support of the speaker, you are welcome to stand in place. I also want to remind everyone in the room that we must keep the center aisle clear. Do not stand in front of the stanchions, in the center aisle in front of the exit door, or in front of the side exit doors. No disruption to any part of our meeting will be allowed. If you wish to record any portion of someone's public comment or the meeting, you may record from your seat. The board appreciates all of our community members that choose to participate in the public comment section of the board meeting. Ms. Wilcox, we're ready.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Our first speaker is Jeffrey Real, to be followed by Gabriel Sanchez.
Hello, my name is Jeffrey Real, Cobb County taxpayer voter and Cobb County school bus driver. I serve high school. I'm here today to shed light on a situation that affects everyone with young families, most especially those in public service. My wife, a former CCSD SPED educator of 7 years, and I both graduated together from and worked at a district in Florida that provided a daycare program for my high school students, like a vocational program. She actually worked in the daycare as a student herself. We are soon expecting twins, and free in daycare would be 100% of my take-home pay at the most economical place we can find in Marietta. Like many in Metro Atlanta, we don't have any local family, and we made too much to get with assistance. We love living here in Marietta, and unlike in Florida, we've been able to build a life here. But our reality is no joke. Without some kind of a miracle, we'll soon be set to have a diet of water and ramen. My ask is if a child care program could be considered in your district to serve district employees and perhaps even team mothers like ours here. Thank you.
Gabriel Sanchez, to be followed by Robert Evans.
Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm State Representative Gabriel Sanchez, representing House District 42 in Smyrna, South Marietta, and Cumberland. I'm here to follow up on an issue that came up last month around the up to 14 employees of the district who have been disciplined for comments made on social media after the death of Charlie Kirk. As always, I always condemn political violence and this tragedy. But I believe that we also need to remember that the First Amendment is incredibly important and exists for a reason to protect speech, even if we disagree and even if it is rhetorical. We don't know how terrible these comments were because there has been no verifiable information on what was even said. I do understand it's a personnel issue. And I also understand that there are more stringent rules on school district employees due to the nature of their work, for the good of our district. But there is a difference between rules for the public good and rules that are meant to control and silence those dissent. It is clear this is the latter because this is not an outlier, but a repeated pattern that has come from the school board, the majority of the school board, around controlling narrative, silencing those with peer review, and forcing political agenda down our community's throat. We have done things like silencing the public by ending live streaming and public comments, harassing students and parents who are trying to tell their concerns, book bans, disregarding public health, and the list goes on and on. Forgive me if I don't trust your word that these are the full comments that I believe that we should also question if they violate the law, or do they just violate your principle?
30 seconds.
There has been created an environment of fear in our school district, and it is a disservice to our employees and to our students and to our community. How are we supposed to have a great district if employees feel terrified to even speak out and criticize their own boss, or even voice their own personal opinion? We are losing great teachers and employees because of all of these patterns that we're seeing, and we have to stop this and create a school board that is for everyone, not just for
That's
certain
right.
parts of the group.
Thank you. To be followed by Monica Delance.
Robert Evans, resident Cobb County taxpayer and voter. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, board members, Mr. Superintendent. I am a bus driver for Cobb County. I work at a total cluster in North Cobb. The main reason I'm here is I'm getting ready to retire, so I can't speak. I'm speaking for people that can't speak. If I'm intimidated, they're worried about losing their job. So I'm here on behalf of all the 150 people that can't speak Main reason I'm here is about the bus fleet. You've heard it before. Yeah, a third of our bus fleet's over 20 years old. And I've been here at the county for almost 10 years. And I just finally got an AC bus this year. It's not about the drivers, it's more about the students. It's 84 degrees, it's very hot. Inside the bus is almost 100 degrees. Most of our students ride the bus. The buses we do get are broke right from the beginning. They're brand new and they're broke. They sit at South Cobb shop. They can't fix them, warranty repairs. If we buy a new car from a dealership here, we have a warranty issue, they can replace them immediately. Our guys, we have to wait for an out person to come to replace or fix the buses. So you might finally get AC bus, but you'll never get to drive. There'll be bus drivers that will be hired today, will never get a AC bus. A lot of problems do not get replaced or reported because they're afraid to lose their AC bus. So drivers are driving faulty buses
30 seconds.
that are not, that need to be fixed, but are afraid to take it in because it's so hot. So they won't say anything, they're driving damaged buses around every day. Another big thing is our pay compensation. Our retirement is very inadequate. After 10 years of service, I get $170 in retirement. It's unheard of. Teachers get 3 times that, we get something different. Our sick time, we can't use it when we leave, we can't cash it in. We either use it or lose it, and if we use it,
That's time. Thank you. Our next speaker is Michael
Good evening, Monica Delancey. We drive on Riverside Rental Association, 110% guaranteed. I'm here to talk about the state of our schools and the state of our community. And the state of our community is the state of our schools. If you have not received this paper I passed around, you can do this on the way out, but I did give one to every board member. Preferably want to talk about 10 years ago when I came and spoke at the school board meeting 10 years ago, I had some interesting numbers that Dr. Young was impressed about. I said that the graduation rate at the time, if you subtract 40% from 100, you get 50%. And schools that's listed on here, Osborne and Pepperbrook within that category. So fast forward 10 years, you have schools, Osborne and Pepperbrook in the 75% category. And from my ground zero experience, residing in Pebblebrook High School field pattern, I was able to do research about apartment complexes that had numerous aging apartments. People moved in because of flexible improvement rates, rapid housing funds, and before COVID, Cobb County was wall to wall evicting Black women with children before COVID, and post-COVID doing the same thing. So what has changed in 10 years? Nothing really has changed. As you can see on the picture, the apartment complex are even worse there. And when parents do speak up, they're retaliated against and speak out. And then at the same time, thank you very much. And at the same time, parents speaking up, encouraging parents to rise up and thrive, then they are given false allegations and terminated from their job. So what we want to say here is that if Johnny can't read, it's because Johnny cannot read. And also want to say that as students make their way to graduation day, and they get their graduation day after going through all these battles, they deserve more than a diploma. Thank you so very much. We drive on the side of the association.
Our next speaker is Michael Dorothy, to be followed by Kendall May Parker.
Hi, I'm Michael Garza. I have a third grader in elementary school, and I come here as a parent of an elementary school student who has spoken to other elementary school parents, particularly a post-war resident who is being affected by this bus shortage that's going on in our county. And I say bus shortage because, we said we have over 1,000 buses, but we just heard a lot of them work. And in her particular instance, since the beginning of the year, her bus has not worked. And what happens is that because of that, the county feels that the fix of that is not to fix the bus, but to combine buses. And in her case, one of her students has an IEP. He cannot sit next to another student. because of this combining of buses, there is no possibility that he cannot sit without sitting with another student. And when he goes to school after sitting with another student, there is a noticeable difference in the outcome of his day. And that is, he is not the only student on that bus in which that is occurring. She has told me she has not received anything from the county in terms of the ETA on that fix. And she fears that this is pretty much how it's going to be for the rest of the year. So what she has to do is she has to take her students, her children to school
For a
herself.
second.
That is a problem for her because she has students at multiple schools because one of the schools does not do a special education program that her child needs or is perfect. This is just one parent, one bus, and I'm sure this is happening all over the county. So this is not just an inconvenience to our students. This is actually affecting their education. I'm for you to do something about it. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Kendall May Parker, to be followed by Sandra Hodge Hampton.
Cobb County School has grouped their employees into two different categories: classified employees, certified employees. I'm going to start with Board of Professional Standards Commission because we do not treat their employees equally. The Georgia Professional Standard 5056-01 lays out ethical codes for educators, which applies to Cobb County school system certified employees. And on the other hand, Cobb County School District has taken it upon themselves to require the classified employees to also adhere to these codes, and it groups them underneath the same code of ethics umbrella. I want to talk about now the Georgia Code 20, Education 20-2-940, which allows certified employees a due process if needed. However, on the other hand, Cobb County Schools has decided that their classified employees do not get this right. Cobb County has decided to judge all of their employees under the umbrella, but to leave the classified employees out in the rain. Or to adopt Georgia Code 20-2-940 for all of their employees. This is the United States of America. This is a great country. If we give one group of people the due process, we don't discriminate on the other group. You might call it ethical and moral. It's a great decision. It's an easy decision.
30
Please
seconds.
give all of your employees the right to the due process. Thank you.
Our next speaker is Sandra Hodge Hampton, to be followed by Christina Joy Lyle.
I have my question.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Then we'll move on to Christina Joy Lyles.
Good evening, board members. My name is Christina Joy Lyles, and I am a very proud parent in Cobb County of a brilliant child with special needs. I'm here tonight because the recent federal shifts in special education funding are real, and families like mine are feeling the weight of what that could mean. These services are not excellent. They are essential, legally mandated supports that have the power to shape whether or not children, including anyone's child in this room, have the opportunity to learn and to thrive. Regardless of what's happening at the federal level, our students still need the same level of support yesterday as they're going to need tomorrow. I'm asking this board to clearly name how Cobb County will continue to meet the needs of all students, no matter the federal landscape, through staffing, resources, and transparent communication with families. And finally, as a person of faith, I believe that we are all called to care for one another, especially the least of us. And I believe that Cobb will never live up to its fullest potential until every child in every classroom has what they need to unleash their fullest potential, and that especially includes our brilliant scholars with special needs. Our kids deserve certainty and certainly not your silence. Thank you for your service.
Mr. Chair, that is our final speaker.
Okay, we will resume. I need a motion